I'm going to introduce John Herrig. And John, you'll have the first 5 minutes to talk about yourself and your campaign, maybe a few issues. Then Patrick will join in and ask you 2 or 3 questions as time permits. Then we'll leave the last minute. I'll kind of give you a debrief you in the last minute what's going to happen over the next few days between now and next Wednesday. So with that, John, the floor is yours.
All right, thanks, Mitch. I may not use all 5 of my minutes, but like Mitch said, my name is John Herrig. I'm a member of the Machinists Union, have been for over 30 years. 18 of those years I've served in a leadership capacity of business rep, assistant business rep, directing business rep. So I've got a clear understanding of what it takes to analyze issues and make decisions based on the results of that analysis. I've also got some experience in the business world as well. I managed a health club here in Sioux City for 7 years prior to taking a position with the as a machinist at a hydraulics company. And before that, I was an educator and coach. So I've got kind of a pretty sweeping background in terms of private sector, public sector, doing service work as I consider being a business rep as a service employment as I'm serving my membership and helping them to navigate the trials and tribulations that they encounter at work. Issues that we've got here in Woodbury County is we've got a board of 5 supervisors, as Mitch had stated, and all 5 of them come from a pretty similar background. They're all conservative in their thinking and their values. Personally, I think that kind of, I don't know, monolithic ideals and makeup of a committee kind of shortchanges you in terms of looking at the circumstances in front of you and getting into a real good, honest debate. It appears to me that one person on the board will come up with an idea, and rather than debate it, the others just go into bobblehead mode and all agree to it. I think that we can do better. After all, we're responsible for the residents of our county's monies and making sure that they're spent wisely and we're making good decisions, that are not just based on saving $1 here and there, but actually providing those services that county residents are entitled to. We've got a county jail that's a law enforcement center that's being built currently. It was supposed to open a year ago. It's a year behind. It's millions of dollars over budget. And trying to get information from our county supervisors and from the Law Enforcement Advisory Commission is, like pulling teeth. It's slow, it's painful, and usually our questions go unanswered. So those are issues why I'm running for supervisor.
Well, John, thank you very much. We're going to give the floor to Patrick Borchak. Patrick's our chair of our election endorsement committee. He'll ask you 2 or 3 questions. Then we'll leave about a minute at the end where I can kind of explain what's going to happen with our process over the next week here until we actually make an announcement by next Thursday. So, Patrick, the floor is yours to ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, John, for joining us tonight. So as you know, you were given a questionnaire, you responded to the questionnaire, returned it to us, we reviewed it. We do have 2 or 3 follow-up questions for you. So the first question was actually the questions 5A and 5B. They asked if you believe there's a lack of affordable housing in your community, and if you believe there is, what your ideas are on increasing affordable housing in your county. You answered that yes, there is a lack of affordable housing in your community. In answering what ideas you have on increasing affordable housing in your county, you stated that we should make full use of federal help available at both the state and county levels. You then indicated that we need a proactive plan for food and energy assistance at the local levels, but did not address housing specifically. So our question now is, what do you believe should be done, not at the federal level, but at the county level, to increase affordable housing in your county?
Okay. I think that we've got several buildings within the county that currently are not being utilized. And I think that that's, one thing that we could look into is, how do we repurpose those buildings? And if we can, then let's repurpose them for some housing projects, and the same thing with other structures or properties that go up for auction. Why can't we come up with a way to make those county auctions a little bit like a public housing auction? Years ago, we used to have old houses that would be demolished, and we would reclaim that property, and we would seek grants, to help people build a house there. I know there was a program, and I'm at a loss of word, that the Carter Foundation was involved with. Habitats for Humanity, I think is what it was called then. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. But those are things that I think that we can do to help better create some affordable housing for those that are in need.
Okay, thank you. Next question. So question 7 of the questionnaire asked how you would increase citizen involvement in county government. You answered that you believe that starts in the schools, and that a strong civics program in schools would benefit by teaching students what county government provides the community. So while this strategy may be beneficial in a few years after they reach the age of majority and can vote and take a more active role in local government, what ideas do you have that could influence individuals who are already 18 plus years of age? What can be done to better engage them in county government?
Well, at the risk of sounding old, because I'm told that Facebook is for old people, I think that we can utilize some of the social media platforms like Facebook to engage with people. It's a really tough question, a really tough issue, because in this technological age where it seems like it should be easier to communicate with people and to get ideas across, people just don't want to take the time for that. So I don't think that there's a real easy answer for this, other than perhaps we go back and do the same thing that we do with Get Out the Vote. Is we just need to go out in the neighborhood and engage people one-on-one, face to face, and get that conversation. I know in the past we've tried engaging the community with town hall meetings or coffee shop meetings or something like that. they've always started out kind of robust, but there's a lack of interest as we move forward. We have those same issues as a union member. We have those same issues with our membership, trying to get the membership engaged. I guess if there was an easy solution, then union members would be more engaged. Citizens in politics would be more engaged. I just really don't have a solid answer for how to cure that engagement issue.
Thank you for your answer. Mitch?
Patrick, John, we have about 4 minutes remaining.
Okay, thanks, Mitch. So, John, as Mitch said before, he's going to take a minute or two at the end to kind of wrap up, tell you next steps and so forth. So that gives you about maybe 2.5 minutes to give your final pitch as to why we should endorse you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Patrick, first for the opportunity and the good questions that I stumbled through. I know that our Board of Supervisors needs to refocus. They need to look at a different direction. They're not going to do that with the current people that we've got in there. I think that I bring a different type of experience to that board. 2 of those board members for sure will remain after the elections. 3 of the seats are open. 3 of the seats are up for election. 2 are open. 1 is a current board member seeking re-election. So there is going to be a change on that board. But if it's electing the same people that have the same ideals, the same morals, the same principles, the board itself is not going to change. Even with the addition of myself or 2 or 3 others, it's still going to take a while to transition. But it's a start. It's a foothold. I think that with the experiences that I've got, with the leadership that I've gained throughout my working career, I think that I can, help to influence a little bit of change, with a little bit of help from, some other like-minded people that get elected. There might be 2 or 3 of us that can help to elicit some change on the board. That's what I've got to offer, and I hope that that's good enough to get an endorsement from the Iowa Unity